Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the Beef Plays channel, and today we're going to be doing a video on Yar. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Do make sure that you do drop a like and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. Thank you all for the support for 800 subscribers. I do appreciate that, guys. Make sure you do smack a like on this video if you are going to enjoy this and all of that. So let's get right into it. So you can do this on the other map. It will be OP on the main area, but we're going to purposely build a ship for the moon. So this is roughly about, I want to say 100%, but obviously if it doesn't stay stable, then you'll be having a bad day, okay? So it's kind of, let's say, a 75%, okay? Depending on if you use the exact same blocks, or if you use better blocks, you're guaranteed to make it even further. So guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start off with placing, where is it? I'm trying to find it now. Wraithwood in the middle, like this, on 4 corners, like so. We are not building what you guys think we are at the minute, you know, one of those sky towers. We're just building a little kind of area. So with the mirrors, because on this map, on this map there are like lasers, so we do need to be prepared from all angles on the lasers there. So if you place it like that, all corners, it doesn't really matter exactly how you place them, just place them so it covers the pretty much every single corner of the you know, the area, let's say. So to stop it spreading to the top kind of layer, what I need to do, I just need to add some of this. So because we need to connect all sides, looking at this, we kind of need to go up like 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do this so it kind of keeps that layer going if it does not go to plan. And then what we're going to do, we're going to place these here because we still want to control it. Obviously I'm showing you the kind of idea, the kind of structure of how to actually build it. Obviously then it's up to you if you guys do want to follow that. Obviously if you have better blocks, don't copy, use better blocks, and obviously use this design if those blocks are better, of course. If they're not, then obviously don't use them, because you want to win. So we want to kind of make this layer along the floor too high, so it kind of sets like the boundary of the area. Blocks, any kind of blocks, any kind of money making crates, anything that you use, it will come later on in the video, and I'll show you how to actually do that. So what we want to do, we want to keep going along this floor. It doesn't really matter if you don't fill all of it in, but obviously it's more secure if you do. So then what you want to do, you want to grab some plague thingy and just build it off of the ground here, just so you have like the secure on all sides, like so like that. And then you want to fill it in. I'm going to use this because it's quite a strong block. It's not the strongest on this kind of map, but it just fills a bit of room. So let's take off that, and then we want to go about 2 high, and then cut it off from all sides in like that. If you have more, then make sure you just fill the whole layer in. It will stop the plague from getting up onto the top floors here. And then we're just going to stick some in the middle to just, why not? Then what we're going to do, we're going to grab some, I don't have any more mithril, no more of that, so going to use the remainder of the wraithwood, like that, all around. And then we're going to use uranium for like the outer kind of layer. So at this kind of part, it should kind of look like this. It's slightly off the ground here. Obviously it's not going to stop the you know, the spread of the the plague if it is in possession, so technically it doesn't really matter. As long as if you have that structure, it should slow down the process a little of the spread. And then you just put this, okay, like that. And then this is where you can like put your jewels if you do want to. It doesn't really matter if you do, but yeah, you just turn your camera in and then you just spam place like that. So it kind of goes like that, and then at this point you can grab all the stuff that will help you. So your stabilizers, put that in there. You can put your medic blocks if it does get through. Pretty much just put everything that you need in here. So obviously we need maybe some more remote, because we're probably gonna like lose some on the way. And then we can grab some of these. If you put these on the side, it's more guaranteed that you will actually make it all the way to the end. Like that. Just put those there. I have no idea if it works on this. I'm just going to spam place that. I am looking for something, but I can't see it. It's satellite. There we go. So this jams the signal. So I do need that there. Make sure it's actually inside of the build. Yes, it is. So this should work really, really well. So I am going to start building a layer of cursed spikes like this all the way around. Like that, and then put that there. So it doesn't really matter how you do this, just make sure that the inner layer is secure or where you will be sitting. So this area right here will be the area that you'll be sitting in, so it keeps it secure and a good area. Obviously you can use different blocks, that's just the inner kind of shell if you want to call it like that. And then to just make it look cool, you can just add diamond or whatever block you want, it doesn't matter, but we just need the inner layer secure. Even if it flips, it shouldn't obviously destroy it entirely, fingers crossed. Obviously if you get the spikes, well, the lasers on the wrong side, then it just won't work. So we need to make sure that we do compact it and make sure it does work. And then we can just fill this part in like that to just fill it up, I guess. Don't have much diamond at the moment, but that shouldn't be a problem. So it should look like that. It kind of looks kind of weird, but trust me, if you build it correctly or build it in some sort of way, it will definitely work for you. And it would look, this build isn't really for looks, it's more of, you know, it gets you to the end, okay? So if you're one of those people who have the blocks but they don't know how to actually get to the end, this is probably one of your perfect setups until someone finds a really, really good way to actually be able to pretty much to be able to get there really, really quick. So we're just going to put this final layer like that, and then 1, 2, 3, maybe put another one there. Okay, so that's really, really good right there. So obviously we don't really need rubber, anything like that. We just need our resources like so. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish the end like this layer here. I don't uranium, burn through foam. So at this point, when you get to this stage, and if you don't have many blocks, it kind of delays you a lot, because if you don't know what's good or bad without checking, then it just doesn't work. So I'm gonna use this, move this around like that. So this kind of area is the area that you'll be getting into, but we'll worry about that in a moment. But what we're gonna do, now we have pretty much the basic structure done, we're gonna place this block. So this is kind of, it protects you through most of the stages, it protects everything needed through the thing. So what you want to do, you want to put a whole layer. It doesn't matter what block, you can use plastic or anything, but obviously it's not going to hold, and then it won't give you a good chance of actually making it through. So you definitely need to make sure you secure this as much as possible, like this. and then just keep going around like so. So it should look a bit like that, and then but pretty much we want this hole covered in whatever block you want or have. It just gives it a bit more of security to actually get it to the end. Obviously this may not get you to the end, but it should definitely get you close, if anything. But obviously the better blocks you have, I don't have two good blocks because I don't really grind out blocks often, so make sure you do have blocks before you build this. Obviously there's probably easier ways to actually get there, but obviously we want to be really protected of the area. So what I'm going to do, obviously it's going to not look good, but I'm just going to place these all the way around. So it's pretty much we're building a huge box inside of a box, if that makes any sense. So it kind of gives us security over the build, and it also kind of heightens the chances of survival with this. So there's probably a better block here, but I just can't see it, so I'm just going to use moon block, because why not? So this side is probably going to be the weakest. Fingers crossed it doesn't flip. If it flips, then we're more likely going to die. But the thing is, fingers crossed the owner of the server does improve the kind of stabilizing of the new kind of stabilizer kind of thing, if that makes any sense. Because again, you know, it has to be good to be able to kind of work. So down here we do need to extend this out, so through this part here, let's see, we can just get straight in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go place see, obviously this is not going to be the fastest thing in the world, I'll tell you that now, because there's not really much we can do in this kind of place, because everything goes a lot more slower. But definitely, if you guys are able to, it's definitely worth trying to, you know, get to the end on this. If you haven't played this game in ages and you've just seen this video, go check out the game. You might as well see what's going on, see how everything is at this point. So let me just use some more platinum. I'm guessing that this is the strong block. I can't remember if it is or not, but this has to be protected all the way around, so no one can obviously destroy it while you're in the course. So you need to make sure that you do compact this. Obviously I'm not using the right blocks, but if you use the right blocks then you're guaranteed to get there. But I'm not expecting to actually win this kind of island thingy, even though I say 95% or whatever I say. But obviously you have to understand that, you know, in the space world it can either be 91, it depends really how your start is, and if it's going well, you can place these turrets here if you do want to. I'm just using it for protection over the top, and then you can just stabilize it, make sure that everything is protected. So in my case I'm just gonna put like another layer around here to kind of keep it secure, like so. And then that should give us enough protection. So let's save it. I'm going to look really dumb if it doesn't work, but we might as well test it. But before that, obviously we need to, you know, time it correctly and obviously use the cure. So we're going to load up a lot of cure on here, because if we miss one or if one gets destroyed, then we're more likely going to die. And a little tip for you guys that I found out, what you should do is actually, you know, they're useless, but it actually helps towards the end. So if you add one of these kind of barrel thingies, whatever you want to call them, the boosters, then technically it should slow down the craft when you reach the portal, so it kind of destroys it a lot quicker, and it kind of saves you a lot of time, and it more guarantees your success. So we're going to do 2 rounds of this. So let's say if the first one fails, we're going to go again and see if it's successful or not successful. But let's start, and then let's click the go. So you have to go in first person, just click it, and then we're going. Okay, so the controls is there, so what we want to do to try and maximize your chances, I did forget to fill the end there, so we may not make it exactly. But you want to try getting around these as possible. Obviously on this map, bigger the build, the better it is to be able to get through the stages. Obviously we are at a huge disadvantage because for some reason, oh okay, well it likes tipping on the sides, so we have lost the top, so that's not too good obviously because of the poor block that we do have. So it kind of is annoying because the first build that I did, it looked definitely a lot different than this one, but fingers crossed this one has better chances of doing it, because obviously I don't want to just show you the ship for you guys to guess how it's built. I want to show you guys how it's built. So this ship, boat, house, whatever you want to call it, looks completely different to the other one, but fingers crossed it works better. At the moment it's holding up a lot better. The outer layer is meant to get destroyed, but as long as if the inner kind of layer is good, it shouldn't matter. So that is definitely good. It's easy, but look, it didn't even touch the inside layer. Okay, I might have damaged it, but if we can somehow reach the block, I kind of put it inside of it. But the healing block, okay, so now look, as soon as we get through here, what you want to do, if it didn't just flip on us, we want to hit that like so. So I think, was our block infected? No, it wasn't. Okay, so we are still sitting down, luckily. So at this stage, what you want to do, okay, we don't have the booster, but we should be able to make it. So as soon as we get through here, we'll see the portal and it should be a success. If it's not a success for you anyways, then that's a big problem, okay? But it should be good. For some reason my character in the corner is just like frozen in shock right now, so I don't understand what happened there, but let me recalibrate that. Okay, I don't think it's working right now. What is it doing? So we did save it and saved all the blocks. Now we have the rocket, so we're able to get through. Do I have any? No, I don't. I'm not able to slow down again, so it kind of lessens our survival, because if you put the booster at the correct time, it slows down the craft and then the blocks go one by one and you're more likely to survive at this point. So it goes like that. Yep, so this block, fingers crossed, if we come from this side, it should grab it. Did it do it? Please? Okay, so it did take the block. Obviously I didn't really design it correctly for it to grab it, because obviously it gets tipped on its side, but again, we did make it. It has like enough room. Just make sure that you're always controlling it. You can't go AFK with it exactly, well you probably can if you compact it a bit more. But guys, as you can see, we've just made it with, let's say, a 95% rate. Okay, so as long as if you build it correctly, or if you build it stronger, you're guaranteed to get there. And if you have more of these things, you'll be able to do it. So the boat, or house, it takes 636 to actually be able to build it. So make sure you guys play back the video if you did enjoy, and obviously if you wanted to build it. So thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.